Hey everybody, welcome back. So I've been building websites for roughly 20 years now, and one of the biggest questions I get is which content management system is best for me. A lot of it comes down to what it is you're trying to do. If you don't know coding, obviously you're going to have a big community and a lot of support with WordPress, clearly, and that's the big one that everybody hears about. We also have Joomla and Drupal in the big three. Joomla is fantastic. It has a very low page weight, it indexes very clean, and has great SEO out of the box. Now obviously with WordPress we have things like Yoast, which honestly Yoast doesn't do a lot for you. It allows you to understand the keywords on those pages, and it kind of just maps that out for you, but it's pretty easy to understand in their algorithm that all you're doing is adding those same keywords 3 times in order to get the light green. That's not really helping. So what you want to do is make sure that the actual terms that you're targeting and the actual things that you want to come up for are inside of those specific areas. However, I've digressed. When it comes to the specific individual CMS units, if you know coding, Drupal could be a good one. The White House, things like that. Not the porn version, but the real White House is actually a Drupal site. I believe Pizza Hut and Citibank are Joomla. WordPress is a bunch of sites as well. Now, a lot of times, even when we say we're using a WordPress site, for instance, I'll build a WordPress site out, and I won't necessarily just use the vanilla WordPress. I'm going to hop in and build a headless WordPress, or I'm going to throw React in my WordPress to build it out how I want it. But until you understand that WordPress itself has a library in it and know how to use that library, you can kind of fumble around and not understand exactly what you want. But it makes a lot of sense if you don't understand code to start with something like WordPress, because it has the community, it has the support, and it has the plugins. Joomla, on the other hand, is very lightweight. It's very clean. It does have a lot of ability, and it's easier to work, and it has much fewer HTTP requests. Because it doesn't have things that are designed and built in from the beginning like Jetpack and a lot of these other things. So your page load time is going to be much better on a Joomla or a Drupal site versus a WordPress site. So I think all three are very good. I subscribe to all 3 camps. I work in all 3 of them. I've just noticed that a lot of times people are always, this one's best or this one's best. There is no best. One is just larger, has a bigger community. One has a really good sense of development environment and console, and unless you feel like learning code and hooks and whatnot, then Drupal can be a little cumbersome at first. But all 3 of them are great. It just depends on what you want to do. So it's not as if I'm recommending one, but if you do know coding and you do understand a little bit, even just basic knowledge of coding, I would say that Joomla would be a very good choice. If you don't know code at all, but you have something you need to put together, then WordPress is great because there's so many resources. If you do know coding though, Drupal is a great choice, and I think that all 3 of them definitely have their place in the market.